Hello everyone. Today I will present our technical report for the Hackathon track, the Diversity Innovation Paradox in Open Source Software. The Diversity Innovation Paradox was introduced by Hofstra and colleagues as a phenomenon in the scientific research community. They found that minority researchers tend to produce higher rates of innovations, yet their contributions are often valued less by their peers. The goal of our project is to discover if there is a similar phenomenon in the open source community. We would like to understand what innovation looks like in OSS, what factors contribute to innovations, including the diversity of contributors which we hypothesized, and if there is any useful interventions we can make to encourage sustained innovative contributions from minority groups. Given the time constraint of this presentation, I would like to focus on our definition of innovation in OSS. Hofstra and colleagues define scientific innovation as a novel conceptual linkage. For instance, the 1987 publication by Linienbusch was the first to establish a link between the concepts HIV and monkey, and was considered seminal in our understanding of HIV. We adapt their idea and define open source innovation as a novel library co-usage. One example of such is the pair of npm packages path and read multiple files, which were imported to the same project GoClasp by its main contributor Grant Timmerman in 2017. For the technical details of how we calculate innovations using the word of code dataset, see our paper. Now, I would like to discuss some limitations of our current approach and our plans next. To our knowledge, innovation in OSS has not been systematically studied, and although a typical combination is an established indicator of scientific innovation, it is unclear whether a similar definition works well in the OSS context. Indeed, we are discovering areas where our approach can improve on. For example, here is a repository called Hoarders. As the name suggests, it hoards a huge number of npm packages. The package.json file is well over 20,000 lines, yet it is not actually making use of any of these packages. Our current approach picked up many pairs of packages as novel co-usage in this repository, which were wrongly regarded as innovations. This particular issue may be mitigated by the first improvement we are planning, which is to consider the first few occurrences of a library co-usage as innovations, rather than only the very first one. In addition, we plan to validate our metric of innovation by both surveying open source contributors for their perception of OSS innovation and comparing our results with other possible definitions of innovation. That is it. Thank you for listening.